So
Yes.
thank you very much, Zoe, for these interviews. We are really excited because our plan is to attend to some of our shows, the upcoming shows. So thank you very much for your time. Congratulations for the starting of the tour and of course for the releasing of the new album, Legends. So first of all, how are you? Where are you now?
I'm actually in the press room backstage and just came down from soundcheck after a great full body massage and a good shower. So I feel great, super great.
You're going to play tonight, and it's in Krakow, and it's sold out.
Yeah.
How many Polish guys and girls will be in the venue?
Actually, I don't know. Actually, I do not know.
It's a big venue.
Yeah, it's huge, man. It's like arena size, huge.
So I need to ask you about you've got a connection with Poland. I think it's one of your biggest markets. So the first question is why this this match with Poland?
I think that started with 40-1 back in the day, even before I was in the band, and then we kind of grew, as you say, into each other. The Polish fans have always been, I mean, very passionate about Sabaton, and it's something extra to play in Poland, always. It's a special relationship between Sabaton and Poland, for sure. I remember the first time when I joined the band in 2012, we did the first tour we did with the new lineup. That's, what is it, 13 years ago more? So we went to America and then we came back to Europe and we went to this press conference in Poland. I can't remember what city it was, but I was not ready for the response that we got. I was like so surprised how big Sabaton was in Poland, and it was wow. And that same year we did Woodstock. It was something that's stuck to our memories and hearts still. It's like, wow, wonderful memories.
Okay, so my question is new album, but I suppose that you were planning this tour previous the release of the album, because I assume that this tour needs a lot of time for prepare.
A lot of preparation, for sure. Yeah.
So you take into account the new songs for the show, or how did you plan this?
Well, it's the brain behind most of the planning when it comes to, basically everything around the tour is Per, bass player. He's the professor. We call him the professor. He's the one who's laying down all these great ideas as well for the production. Mostly, he come up with these cool visualize. I remember he was explaining about his ideas about 1.5 years ago, and we were like, all right, let's see if this gonna be materialized, and here we are with a huge production. And I mean, it's something that Sabaton has never done before. This is a very different kind of concert we're putting on now.
Looking at the concerts in Europe, it's sad to see that Spain is not there until the summer. We will see you I think in Rock Imperium, but no, we are not in the tour. So which is the reason?
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't know about that. But for sure, we're gonna come there. We're just getting started with the legendary tour, so this is gonna keep on going for a while. So
I have a question because I see you have the main stage, but also in the middle, something different. So I assume that you are not gonna keep this in a festival format, no?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we will. We'll see.
Well,
I wouldn't be the right
awesome
guy to answer that question because it's when it comes to production and ideas and logistics and all that stuff, the brain is Per, as I said. So I wouldn't be surprised if we'll bring all this on festivals and stuff. I would not be surprised.
I have to confess that we love Sabaton, and Yolanda and I, we will go to Manchester to attend to your concert. for
Oh,
Stairway to Rock.
cool.
So it will be amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're most
I don't
welcome.
want, sorry, I don't want to see too much videos because I don't want to do a lot of spoilers.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I saw some of them. So I'm curious about the orchestra part because I play the violin, so I know more or less how our orchestra works. Um, is the same orchestra in all the tour, or you change depending on the country?
No, we bring the whole orchestra is that's like a separate band, you know. So the legendary
Supporter.
orchestra is actually the opening act, and
Okay.
and then we borrow the choirs in a couple of songs and stuff like that to build up during our own concert. So I went out there to watch them play a couple of shows ago, and wow, it was really gripping and it was powerful, very powerful.
How many?
Oh,
Pardon.
I don't know how many there are, but they fill the stage, you know, with all the instruments and all the choirs, everything. It's like the whole stage is packed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice.
Listening to the album Legends, I'm reviewing it. Choruses, orchestra has grown. So it's a next level for Sabaton, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
With
It feels like
arrangements.
that. Yeah, we kind of in some way we stick to the Sabaton sound, but it's evolving. So which is a good thing, you know.
But you were outside the band during 8 years.
Yeah,
Now you join again and you take part also in the composition of the album.
yeah,
So how has been to come back to the band, also start to compose again, being
it's
famous
wonderful.
again?
Yeah, well, you know, it's I never really. I remember we did. I was at a festival once watching the guys play. I think this was in 2020 or something. No, that was COVID, but I don't know what year it was. Maybe 5, 6 years ago. And I was standing there in the crowd watching the band play, and a guy came up to me and he said, "Hey, how does it feel for you? Doesn't it feel weird that you're not in the band?" He asked me, and I said, "What do you mean I'm not in the band? I'm not just on stage." So I never really looked at it like I was out of the band because we have this band among us. It's like brotherhood, you know, the best of friends. And we always kept in touch during all these years that I wasn't on stage. And barbecues, songwritings, all that stuff, you know. So it was coming back again into the band was very natural. It was just putting on the guitar again and learning a few new songs, and then I was pretty much back in the saddle again. And fun fact actually is Lightning at the Gates from the album. Me and Joachim started to write that song, I think in 22. And whenever he was in town, my town where I live, he called me up and we had a few beers and continued writing on that song. And the song was done in November of 23. And little did I know that in 2 months I would be back in the band. And then later recording the song and recording all the new stuff, you know. That was pretty cool how things turned out.
By the way, Tommy Johansson, previous guitar player, is an amazing guy. It's an amazing guitar player, but an amazing
Singer, that's what I mean.
leader
Wow.
and singer. And so I think that maybe for the better for him, it's to go with his projects. But it was amazing to have him in Sabaton too.
Yeah. He was the perfect replacer. And I mean, that talent, now he gets to use 100% of his talent, you know, doing his own stuff. And Sabaton fans are getting, you know, I guess twice as much now. So they still have Sabaton, but they also have Tommy. So that's of course great, and he's doing great. And I watch his YouTube stuff all the time, and you know we keep in good touch. We were at Paris Place a couple of weeks ago having a barbecue and all that. You know,
The
great.
keyboards are really important for Sabaton.
Sorry.
The keyboards.
Yeah,
in the sound of Sabaton, but you don't have keyboards in live shows. Did you
yeah.
consider to include or not for the moment?
I think the concept um, which we have now, it started in 2012 when there was a big change in the lineup. Uh, so that's where after Carlos Rex, the band got into this more modern kind of production thinking, which led us to use sampled choirs and keyboards and stuff like that, which also leads to, I would say, maybe a bit more uh, powerful. So I think this is the way we're sticking to this concept because it took the Sabaton sound to another level, and it's proven to that everybody likes this, and we really like this, the way that we're doing things,
And
and it
now
works.
you use orchestra, so maybe
Yeah,
it's
to
not
fill out
necessary.
here and there. But I remember we were in Denmark, I think it was, and for some reason we had technical problems, but we pulled off Art of War and a couple of other songs, and it was like, guys, we didn't have the keys. Nobody realized we were so fucking tight, so it was like, all right.
Yeah, that could be a problem if you depend on them on a live show and you
Yeah,
cannot have. Yeah.
yeah, but I think we would be able to pull it off anyway. I don't mean to sound cocky in any way, but it's we're all playing live, so I mean, if that goes, whatever, let's continue. And the backing vocals, everything is like the harmonies, everything will be there.
In Legends album, we have different kind of battles from Jerusalem to Roma. Do you think that the band started in the 20th century war conflicts, but nowadays need inspiration through history?
Sorry, can you take that again? I'm not sure I followed.
Oh yes, that Sabaton when the band started talks the main topics are the war,
Yeah.
but in the 20th century, First World War, second, but nowadays the battles are taking part in the Jerusalem, Roma, in the history, previous history. So, do you think that you need to go far away and to
Well,
try
I
to?
guess it was um, there were two albums about the First World War, and then actually the whole Legends concept started out by Joachim writing the song Templars. That was the first song, and he showed it to Per, and he was like asking for his opinion on that, and he said, "Well, this is a very cool song, but I'm not so sure it's gonna fit to the subject of Second World War, First World War, whatever, the kind of standard topic that Sabaton has been singing about. It sounds more old and more ancient. And so that's Joachim agreed because that was his first thought as well. He just wanted to have a second opinion, and they both landed in that. Hey, this song, this is like 100 years ago or something because of the sound, the feel, and that's how the song was born into the Templars. And then they were talking about a concept album about the Templars, but then it would become kind of limiting or something like that. And they started to think in different directions, and then they figured out, why not make an album about legends, which opens up to more. I would say if you go down in history, very long time ago, you can. It's not so well documented as the First and Second World War, so you don't really know where facts end and when speculation and fairy tales begin. So it's more of an open space for a little bit of this fantasy stuff as well, which is kind of cool and liberating in a way because you get to can connect stuff more. Let's say the stage, the show we bring, it's also very flamboyant and a little bit more on that kind of imaginary kind of. Yeah, it opened up a lot.
But for me, for example, the art cover is a mix of everything. I don't understand why maybe the pyramids are there or the thing is the pharaoh. Is I don't know if it's to Tutankhamun. Similar, but a lot of things not together.
Sorry, the
I
pyramids.
don't.
Yeah, but doesn't that
Yeah.
has the connection to the cycle of songs, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
From cover and the songs.
Sorry?
No, she is asking about the from cover and
Yeah.
it's a mixture of all the songs of the album.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. So every song basically has something in there. Yeah.
So a nerd question. If you could choose an historical character from all the history, which would you like to meet in person?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, wow. He has been involved in a lot of wars. Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, I don't know actually. I got that question a couple of times, but I don't really think like that, you know. It's like
No, but you answered really fast, so for you
yeah,
was
well,
clear.
Arnold would be the guy in that case because to me he's a legend, you know. He's still alive though, he's a living legend. So
Okay.
I want to ask you about tribute bands because in Spain we got a pandemic. I think
yeah.
there are a lot of tribute bands. So, do you know if there are some tribute bands to Sabaton?
Yeah, I've heard about quite a few actually. Yeah. So that's pretty. It's I would say the finest form of flattering is imitation, as they say. It's really cool to have those cover bands of Sabaton. I think a couple of years ago saw a band that they dressed up like Sabaton and they played I think better than us, you know.
And what if they are playing
Next door.
tonight? Yeah, and you are having a beer, and what will you do? Jump
I
on
would go there.
stage?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Definitely.
perfect.
Okay, you also organized your own cruise, if I am right.
Sabaton Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think the cruises are also the future of the festivals, more or less?
Chris.
It's
Cruz.
a big,
Ah,
Greece.
yeah.
I thought you meant the other guitar player.
A boat.
All right.
No, sorry, the spelling. Yeah.
No problem. Yeah, okay. Ask the question again, please, because I wasn't really there.
No, you think this is the future of the live shows or a new format of festivals?
Heavy metal on boats.
Yeah, it's been like that for a good while. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it's a
I
compliment,
never
actually.
been, so
Yeah. You know, there are heavy metal cruises, I guess, in many places, and it's been going on for a long while. So I think it's gonna be there. It's gonna be there. It's like an additional thing, I guess, to the traditional festivals and stuff like that.
okay,
Okay, I
next
think
stop. Sorry. Next stop, we should consider this.
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
absolutely. Most welcome to the Sabaton cruise. It's always a lot of fun. It's a party feeling in the air. It's just, you know, when we enter stage, it's, you know, it's party mode. That's what it is. So we have a lot of friends and it's a lot of, you know, it's a very nice atmosphere.
We will have to think about it.
Yeah.
A lot now. Okay, Prima Victoria, from my point of view, was the song. I remember Sabaton playing alongside Dragon Force and Ed Guy in 2006 in Barcelona, and all the crowd jumped and sang Primo Victoria.
Yeah.
In that moment, I feel that you had something special. So, how do you remember playing Primo Victoria on your first tour? I suppose you were not there, maybe?
I wasn't there. I joined 6 years later. So, but of course, that song is something of a pillar to Sabaton, to the foundation of Sabaton. It's, I mean, everybody's jumping at the beginning, and even though it's a very serious subject, of course, it's an up-tempo song. Everybody becomes happy, and it's very traditional Sabaton style. So I think we're going to continue playing that song forever, you know. And I remember we had a show in Sweden, I think it was, and it was we could feel the stage shaking from the people jumping, you know. It was crazy. And also on the boat, on the cruise, the captain, he said that the ship was going like this when we played that song because of all the jumping going on.
Primo Victoria on a boat, yeah, it's
Yeah.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay, I got one. I don't know if you were there, but there was an historical event that was when Manowar canceled Hellfest and Sabaton had to play there.
Yeah.
I I, I remember former members of the band who joined at the stage, and Joachim lost his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were there.
No, I wasn't there. It was Tommy.
Oh,
So, but I, of course, knew about this. The guys, Chris and Tommy, had to sing instead of Joachim, which they did. And they managed to pull through the whole show, and it was like a huge success. And they had like huge notes like this handwritten for the lyrics, and the guys just went at it, you know, but it worked somehow. Really talented guys. My worst fear, however, is that Joachim would have problems with his voice, because I'm not so sure if I'm gonna be able to do that stuff, you know.
It was also the concert where you play the band in the two stages? No. Or
Sorry, what, again?
the band was using the two stages together
Oh,
or
that was
not?
Wacken
That was
2019.
on Backen.
Yeah, so I
Wow,
was there.
amazing.
Yeah, that was great. A huge thing, you know. I had been out of the band for 3 years, and I remember Per called me one day, and he was like, "Hey, I have this idea. What about you joining on stage? We're gonna try to make two stages out of this, and bring all the old band members together, and you know." Yeah, sure, absolutely. So it was great.
Yeah, I want to see this on live also. I never been in a concert like this, like with the two stages come together. Wow.
I
Wow.
Yeah.
think it's the second time because it wasn't the first time. It was Sabotage did it in back in open air.
Ah,
They
okay. I didn't
play
know that.
Sabotage and Transiberian Orchestra. Transiberian Orchestra from the east and the west.
All
Both
right.
mixed. It was amazing, absolutely.
Cool. Yeah, I can imagine.
I want to ask you about Metal Machine and Metal Crew, were special songs which you started and were a trademark in the beginnings for Sabaton. I think it was a good idea for a band in the hits moments, but are you going to play songs about the names of the bands or the songs? No.
You mean something new like that, or?
Yes, a new song with the same topics
Yeah,
and
you got the song
lyrics.
titles and the band names pretty much
Yeah.
and all that. I don't know if there's something new coming that way, but I know we talked about it earlier, actually, on this tour, to maybe bring up some of those songs, you know, someday, because it's been a while. I remember we used to end the show back in the day with Metal Crew, and that was always like a cool party song, and everybody became happy, and it was a lot of sing along going on. And the lyrics are so cool, how to connect everything, all the bands that inspired us, you know, when we were kids and all that.
I was sharing with Jordi the songs that we thought are most important for the bands. The second one is Atero Dominatus, and I
I'd
see
say so.
that you are not playing right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
It's
Well, it's
it's
hard, you
fair.
know. We only
Yeah,
have like 2 hours only, so to fit all those songs, it's pretty hard, you know, since we have to squeeze in so many new songs. So it's a very tough decision to leave songs out. Sometimes we alternate between a couple of songs, and depending on where we are. So
I have to confess that my favorite album is Carol Rex. How important was that album for Sabaton?
I think it was the start of the Mark II, actually, not only because of the new lineup, but also because of the sound. Working with Peter Tekgren, and he that was like a new direction for Sabaton. So in a way, that was I always compare it to like Judas Priest Painkiller, for some reason. It's like something happened there with Sabaton and things took off. And we worked really hard, touring all the time, basically on that album, and also Heroes. So that was a new start in a way. And it's a great album. All the songs, I love the songs, especially the Swedish edition, because of it's my native language, and it's more strong. The words affect you more.
Yeah, for me, for example, I know the band with Carolus Rex, but I remember better the Last Stand.
Okay.
I don't know it was well, for the year, but I remember that year you did a really good promotion of the album previous to be released,
Yeah.
and I was all the year listening that album. So yeah,
Yeah, it's a great album. Yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes, it's rare that you listen to your own music and stuff, but whenever I listen to that album, it strikes me that it's a very, very great album. It has so many different, kinds of, I don't know, it's a colorful album in a way. It's very nice.
Do you remember when Accept supported Sabaton in a tour, and some Accept fans were annoyed because they considered that Accept were bigger than Sabaton, but it was in the 80s, not.
Yeah. Things have changed for sure.
So,
I just left the band. That was in 2016. I think they went out on tour with Accept in 2017. So, but I was there, of course. And well, a lot of people. Yeah, things change. Sabaton has grown immensely over the years. It's a lot of hard work behind it. So, it is what it is. I guess some people have to accept it.
yeah. No, but I interviewed Wolfgang and talked about the situation, and he told me that it's what it is. So that it's that for his part is not a problem, and some Accept old 18 metal fans have to change the.
Yeah, well, but I mean, we're talking about legends here. We could write an album about Accept, because I mean they're so close to our heart. I mean, we grew up listening to Accept, all of us. They're huge heroes in our book for sure.
Nowadays, it's really common to talk about the generational shift. That means the old bands like Deep Purple, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden is gonna leave in some point the stages. So, do you consider Sabaton is gonna take this shift, and you will be in the first line of, I don't know, in maybe 5, 10 years?
Well, I hope so, that we're gonna continue be able to do these great shows that we do and continue touring. I mean, we have a very loyal fan base, and it's growing, which is wonderful. So we really hope that to be able to go up from here even. And I mean, it's a huge privilege. And even though we're gonna miss our childhood heroes, like when they're gone in 5-10 years, as you say, like Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, and it's gonna be an empty space, I guess, and somebody has to fill that. And yeah,
It's because I was not aware of your listeners, but you have in Spotify like songs with 200 millions of listeners. So it's incredible. I think right now you are one of the most famous bands that we interview in 2025. To be honest, also congrats.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's humbling. I mean, as I said earlier, it's a lot of hard work, of course, but we love what we do, and we're so thankful for being here. And it's all because of the fans. Without the fans, we wouldn't be here.
I want to ask you about a song that I love. I don't know if you know the band Nanowar. Pasadena, Pasadena 1994. I think it's amazing. It's a fantastic song.
So great. Nanowar of Steel, right?
Yeah, an annual seal. I
Yeah.
think the video, the song, and it's a parody of
Yeah, it's
Sabaton, but
brilliant.
it's brilliant,
Yeah,
absolutely
it's
brilliant.
absolutely genius.
So, you know the band Evergrey?
Yeah, sure.
You are not
Hannes used to be the
familiar.
drummer
I
in
mean,
Evergrey before he joined Sabaton.
because you share the surname,
Oh yeah, you're right.
but you are not family, no?
No,
No,
we're not related, as far as I know. He's from the Gothenburg area, which has a lot of England, and I'm from the very north,
Yeah.
so yeah, maybe very far back. I don't know.
But I didn't know that you were the drummer. Oh,
Now, the drummer of Sabaton, Hannes, he used to play in Evergrey
okay.
for many years. Yeah, before he joined the Sabaton, he was in Evergrey.
Okay, finishing, I want to ask you about there is a band in Germany called Canon and Fieber. They had a black metal style, but sings about only First World War. Have you ever
Uh,
listened to him?
no, I haven't heard about those. No.
They are growing really incredibly.
All
They,
right. It's black metal, you said?
yes, it's black metal. It's something, but it's in his lyrics are in German.
All right.
They got something really special, and they are connected with Sabaton because of the singing about the wars.
Yeah. Wow, cool. I have to check it out.
Yolanda, maybe it's time to do
Yeah,
our
the
three
classical
last.
questions. Yeah, so that are questions that we ask to all the bands that we interview. So the first one is if you remember the first album that you bought with your own money.
Yeah, Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses. Yeah, that was the first one, and I was blown away. It was so fucking great.
Good choice. Have you
Yeah,
ever cried in a concert? Do you remember the band and the song?
yeah, I might have. Me and my wife went to see Guns N' Roses in 2018. Yeah, I think I cried during either Don't Cry, which is the Paradox,
Yeah.
or November Rain. Something, because it was pretty emotional. Yeah, to watch these guys. I mean, they've been my childhood heroes since I was a kid.
The first time I cried at a concert was in Guns N' Roses Civil War. So
Oh, there you go. Yeah, might have been that song. I don't know.
Yolanda.
Okay, and yeah, it's a classical question, but I think you have to think about this. If you have infinite money or a lot of budget for invest in a live show, which trick would you like to do?
Build the Death Star and dress Joachim as Darth Vader.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, what's that? Okay, whoa.
Yeah, the big planet.
Yeah.
Oh, something like that, I guess. Star Wars theme or something.
No,
No,
what
you. Sorry.
See, we through the years we are asking this question and nobody says this answer. Yeah.
That would be cool, I think. And me and Chris dressed out as stormtroopers or something.
Yeah, I suspect that you are really fan of Star Wars. Don't know why.
Yeah, well, it's cool. It's always cool with Star Wars.
Okay, so how is the spelling of your name? Thobi? Thop? Thop?
Yeah, Tobbe actually in Swedish.
Tobbe.
I guess
Okay.
it's hard for my real name is Torbjörn actually. Tor is Thor, and Björn is bear. So the
Oh,
bear of Thor. But Tobbe and a lot of people that are not
yeah,
Swedish,
we
they
try.
don't know. It's like Tobbe. So
Yeah.
it's
So that we finish. It's just you can record yourself saying, "Hi all, I'm Thobi Thop from the band
yeah,
Sabaton. Please check my interview for or in Stairway to Rock. Stairway to
Stairway to
Rock."
Rock. All right. Hello, everybody. This is Tobbe from Sabaton. Please check out Stairway to Rock, where I'm talking a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. See you in Manchester.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
We will
Thank
be
you
there.
very much. Good luck with the
Bye-bye.
shows. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.